back to my channel. This week on June 1st, on Bravo, we got to see the premiere of the newest season of Below Deck Med. This is gonna be season 5 of this series of the show. We start season 5 on a new boat for the franchise, the Wellington. This has to be one of the prettiest boats I personally have ever seen. I don't go on a lot of boats, but I see a lot on TV with Below Deck and Below Deck Med and all that. But this is by far one of the prettiest boats that has been on this franchise. I wonder how much more expensive this boat is compared to boats or trips on other seasons of this show. I mean, I would hope it's the same amount, but who knows, right? Anyway, this season is set up to be a dramatic one. We see the return of Captain Sandy, you know, the real OG. She is such a rock star. I'm always blown away by her. We do see her struggling with the navigation and sight restrictions on this new boat, but in the end, she just proves that what a bad bitch she is. We also have the return of Hannah as Chief Stew. With Kate Chastain no longer in the Below Deck franchise, we now have Hannah as the biggest Bravo leb in this cast of Below Deck and Below Deck Med. Hannah honestly doesn't have the greatest attitude when it comes to working, and she really has no patience when working with bad interior workers, or her other stewardesses, if you will. We find out about Hannah's new lover back home in Australia, who she met during the off season, I guess. She claims this could be her last season because of this lover and I guess her age. But we'll see if she comes back another time. I guess Hannah leaving would make for less petty and accent-filled drama. Last of the familiar faces, we have Malia. Malia makes her return to the show as bosun. This is a big promotion from her last time on the show as lead deckhand, and I think she's just gonna kill this position. Last time we saw Malia on the show, she struggled with gaining respect from her co-deckhands. The men in the crew really discriminated against her for being a female and being weaker than them and not having as much experience, which is horrible and no one should ever do that. But she also went and hooked up with these same guys that were discriminating against her. So it's a little confusing if you ask me. This season, she does tell us about her boyfriend back home. She just seems to have it more together than she did last season, or the last season she was on. Basically, the leaders of the ship this season have become the trifecta of bad bitches. I'm excited. While I'm sad that we don't have any other familiar faces this season returning to the boat, I'm sure there will still be plenty of drama to keep this show interesting. As for new crew members, we start with meeting the new chef, Kiko. Kiko is this sweet guy from Brazil, I think, South Brazil. He has a beard and longer, I guess it's like that long, brown hair, and he's just so sweet and innocent, but he does get distracted easily. We see him talking to one of the stewardesses while he's supposed to be prepping dinner, and it just kind of all falls apart at that point in the first episode of the season. I'm really looking forward to seeing how he does this season and whether he can sink or swim in the galley. Next, let's move on to our stewardesses. As for the second stew, we have Laura. I can already tell that she's going to annoy me, so let's buckle up. She's an Italian woman who claims to have been a chief stew before, but Hannah's had trouble with people like that in the past. She acts like she thinks she knows everything and is already overstepping her boundaries as second stew. Stay in your lane, girl. Stay in your lane. I mean, you just got here, girl. Stay in your lane. She's already so rude to Hannah, and Hannah already has an attitude, and then when people are rude to her, she does not handle it well. It's gonna be a bumpy road. I mean, it's gonna be a long season if this girl doesn't understand and acknowledge what her role is on the ship. As third stew, we have a young sprite named Jessica. She's American, but thought I'd throw a little fun Aussie twist on there. I think I'm really gonna like Jessica this season. I just got the vibe from her. Good vibes, strong vibes, positive vibes. She doesn't have a lot of yachting experience, but as Captain Sandy put it, she's moldable. She isn't the most professional person working in the interior, and she definitely needs to have a confidence boost when she's gonna be working alongside Hannah. She's also got some big assets. And I think the men on the ship are gonna like that. As for the exterior, we don't really get to see the dynamics or even really meet the new crew members this season. Malia is clearly really trying to assert her dominance as bosun, but she ends up giving the worst guy the role of lead deckhand. This awful guy is named Pete. Pete is your all-American, like grew up in America. He's, you know, has that military haircut. He's got those awful metallic orange sunglasses that frat boys wear, and ugh. He does know a lot about yachting, but clearly wasn't good enough to land the role of bosun. Sucks to suck. He really irritates me and rubs me the wrong way because he makes a conscious effort to call every woman on the ship except Captain Sandy sweetheart. Ugh. Including his boss Malia. Talk about misogynistic asshole. The other two crew members are Alex and Robert. We don't learn much about Alex except that he knows Jessica, the third stew, from the last boat that they both worked on. I just hope we see more of Alex, if you know what I mean. The only thing we learn about Robert is that he was allegedly a model for the past 80 years, or, you know, however many years he says. Seems like it's his lifestyle, you know, being a model. He rubs me the wrong way, and I don't really know why yet. The preview for the entire season looks dramatic, and I feel like most of the drama this season, or at least what the preview showed, takes place on the ship. Where in past seasons, I feel like the drama has been between the different crew members when they go off onto land and have their binge drinking nights and dramatic nights. It will definitely be an interesting season. I guess at the end of the season, we will see if my first impressions stand and whether these original crew members can withstand the pressures of the yacht. That's it, guys. That is my initial review of the season 5 Below Deck premiere. I'm not gonna do this every week, but you know, I thought I would give my initial thoughts, and then after the reunion, I will give my concluding thoughts on the season and the different characters and whatever else is out there. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.